So, I just finished season 3 of One Punch Man. And, yeah. That shit is garbage. Now you might be thinking, I'm probably going to regurgitate the same shit everyone else says about this season. And, you'd be right. I'm kidding. I'm not going to sit here and say only the same thing that everyone else says. I'm going to give some decent reasoning instead of just filling your mind with hatred. Now, who takes the blame? Well, you can't pick and choose who to blame because it falls on everyone. Let me explain. Bandai Namco, the company behind the scheduling and budgeting of One Punch Man, clearly did not meet the expectations needed for One Punch Man to thrive this season. And it obviously shows. When you compare Season 3 and Season 2 with Season 1, you'd see that the main factors which made One Punch Man extremely good were budgeting, scheduling, and the beautiful fact that this project was built off of passion and freedom. Madhouse didn't have any projects they were working on, so being able to allocate their resources and effort to a single anime obviously set the bar extremely high in terms of quality. Bandai Namco discarded Madhouse because they didn't want to work on several projects at once, leading One Punch Man to JC staff. By all means, Season 2 wasn't horrible. I personally think it was an alright season. Season 3, however, was just a clusterfuck.
Oh my god, oh shit.
The fact that there was only one decent fight throughout this entire season should ring some bells, mainly because of the reasons I mentioned above, which all of the blame falls directly onto Bandai Namco. For recap, the reasons are being A, they picked the studio which was occupied with animating other shows, B, they had horrible budgeting, and C, their scheduling just fucking sucked. Which you could argue falls back into reason A, but you get the gist. Now you might be thinking, why are we also blaming JC staff? It sounds like Bandai Namco was to blame entirely. Well, you would almost be right, if it wasn't for the fact that JC staff decided to retcon and just flat out change scenes entirely. Some did decent justice, like the white Chris Brown killing that one squad the moment the other 3 swordsmen took off. But for scenes like Zombie Man, where instead of taking a fucking cigar, he pulls out a lollipop and eats it for a break, which isn't in any of the fucking mangas at all. Or the fact that they changed the entire look of Orochi, which is based off of the retcon version, you'd see why I'm pinning some of the blame on them as well. But like deadass, of all things, a fucking lollipop?
Is this nigga?
Now I can understand adding extra scenes to spice up the lore or the show or whatever you want to spice up, but surprising people with the unexpected should usually turn out good, not ass. Not only was it just the retcon scenes, I also feel that there truly won't be anything memorable from any of these fights except for the horrid mistakes they made in random scenes throughout the anime, like the 6-finger incident or Atomic Samurai's ponytail incident. Everyone talks about how good the Flashy Flash fight was, but nobody talks about how memorable the fight itself could be. I'm pretty sure you and I forgot the names of the dude Flashy Flash fought already. Like, it's not memorable enough. You want an example? Take the first actual fight from One Punch Man. What were the species Saitama was fighting? Subterraneans. And I bet you remember that because everyone remembers that fire-ass walk Saitama was hitting, and then shortly after began dog-walking the entire population. Do I believe that JC staff is completely incapable of providing us with a better season? No, I don't. In fact, if you give them the proper setting to animate this season, while urging them to stay in line with the official manga itself, and add any extra scenes when it's necessary, I think they could pull off a way better season than Season 2. However, if we all want a good Season 3 Part 2, which has been announced, either Bandai Namco makes sure that they get the right scheduling, budgeting, and the work efficiency, or they just ship it off to a capable studio with the budget and scheduling needed to make it thrive. Nobody wants the jackassery we got. Speaking of which, I just witnessed the most fire fan animation of Saitama vs. Garo, and by God has this shit absolutely wiped the entirety of Season 3 itself. Here's a few clips from it, and you tell me what you think.
Absorb many styles of fighting, and mixing them synergistically is my style. monsters with ridiculous physical ability. If I get above the rocks, I shouldn't be able to do that. So up! The ground! He's so strong! Infinitely strong. In that case, I'll infinitely copy him until I overcome him!
Anyways, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I'm still scrambling for some new video ideas, and if you guys want me to cover anything, please do let me know. Aside from that, I've got nothing more to say. So yeah, see ya.